Give me a second. Okay, so it's turning on. So this kind of activity, it's better if you can actually follow along with me, because then you'll see what are the problems we are facing, and then you can figure out the solution for those problems as well. Okay. All right. So in this case, I'm going to keep it side by side, so that's much more easier for me. I'm not sure whether it's a good approach for you all, but I'll try my best to make it easy to understand. Okay. All right. So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 routers. So in this case, I'm going to drag and drop 5 routers. These are the 1841 routers. Okay, the model number is 1841. So because of that, I'm going to use the same model. Okay, 1841. So I'm going to click CTRL. Okay, I'm going to click CTRL, then the 1841 router, and I'm going to select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations. Okay, and I'm going to name these routers as R1, R2, R3 likewise. Okay, so this is R1 and this is R2, this is R3 and this is R4 and this is R5. All right, then let's do this wiring as well. So in this case, we have to use copper crossover cables. So I'm going to click CTRL and then click copper crossover cables. Then I'm going to wire these things. So we have a fast Ethernet here. So fast Ethernet 0/1. I'm actually doing this according to the diagram in here. So in here I have 0/1. So because of that, I'm going to use 0/1 in here as well. It's better if you can follow the exact diagram, because it is much more easier for us to then troubleshoot problems if it occurs. Okay, but it's not necessary. It's easy for me and it is easy for you as well. All right, so what's happening here? Okay, I'm going to minimize it. Okay, so I'm going to click the 0/1 and I'm going to connect it to 0/0, and from 0/1 to 0/0, and from 0/1 to 0/0, and from here 0/1 to 0/1. All right, so we have 2 computers in these 2 sides. So for router 1, there's a directly connected computer, this one, and there's another directly connected computer, this one. And for these ones, I'm going to use copper crossover cables as well. All right, cool. Okay, so now we have to configure the interfaces with relevant IP addresses, and we have to make sure we are using the correct subnet mask. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start from computer because it is much more easier for me. So I'm going to start from computer and I'm going to go like this. Okay, I'm going to configure like this. Okay. Okay, so in this case, can I clear all these things? I mean, yes, I can. I think I can do it like this. Yes, okay. Okay, so now what we are going to do is I'm going to start configuring from here onwards. Okay, so really sorry, I have to switch from here to here, otherwise. All right, so I'm going to go to PC0 and I'm going to do the configs for the PC0 IP addresses. So it is 172.168.1.1, and make sure what is the subnet mask. It is 255.255.0.0. So follow the table as well. Then the default gateway, if you are going out from this subnets, this is the interface you have to address, right? This is where you can leave the network. So that is your gateway. So in that case, what I have to do is I have to mention my gateway as 172.168.1.2. No DNS servers in this case, so there's no problems in there. So I'm going to close this thing. Good. Then I'm going to move to router 2. Okay. Before going to router 2, let's configure router 1. Okay, so I'm going to go to router 1. in here the dialog I'm going to say N, that means no, and I'm going to enable. So I'll try to I think you might, will you be able to see this? I'm not sure, so I'm going to keep it as it is. I hope you all can see. So turn on the resolution a little bit higher, use like 720p or something for the video, otherwise you will not be able to read the small text. Okay, so in here I'm going to configure this interface with the IP 172.168.1.2. so I'm going to type enable, then configure terminal, config T. In here I'm going to select the interface, so interface FA 0/0, and the IP address is IPADDR 172.168.1.2, and the subnet mask, make sure you're using the correct subnet mask, 255.255.0.0. Then type no shutdown. So once you click no shut, this link will become up. Okay, now it is green color. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the fast Ethernet 0/1. So I'll try to do it a little bit fast. I hope you all can follow along with me. Okay, so I'm going to exit from this one. Then I'm going to select fast Ethernet interface, fast Ethernet 0/1. Then the IP address 2.0.0.1. Then the subnet mask, it is 255.0.0.0. Then I'm going to issue a no shut. Okay, good. Now I'm going to move to my next router. In here I'm going to do the same thing, no. Then I'm going to, it is no. Then I'm going to select enable, interface, no, I have to go to configure terminal, conf T. Then in here interface fast Ethernet 0/0, and in here I'm going to give the IP address IPADDR 2.0.0.2. in that case it is 255.0.0.0. all right, then I'm going to issue a no shut. That means this link will become up as well. It is working good. Then let's go to the next interface in the same router, fast Ethernet 0/1, exit, interface FA 01, right? Then in here the IP address is let's see, it is 3.0.0.1, and the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. then I'm going to issue a no shut as well. Okay, it is up, but you will not see it is in green color because this interface should be turned on as well. So I'm going to this interface, it is fast Ethernet 0/0, no, no for here, conf T, interface fast Ethernet 0/0, which means I'm in here, good. Then in here I'm going to give my IP, so IPADDR 3.0.0.2, and it is 255.0.0.0, and make sure you have to issue the no shut. all right, so it is up as well, good. Then same router, the other interface, it is fast Ethernet 0/1. so I'm going to exit from here. Then I'm going to type fast Ethernet interface fast Ethernet 0/1, then the IP address IPADDR, then 4.0.0.1, then the subnet mask 255.0.0.0. then I'm going to issue the no shut in here as well. Okay, it is done, it is up. Last two routers, again no, then enable, conf T, interface fast Ethernet 0/0. then in here the IP address is IP address IPADDR. so I'm in this router, right? I'm in here, that means it is I think I'm in here, so that means 5.0.0.1, so 5.0.0.1 255.0.0.0, then again a no shut. Okay, so I configured, did I do something wrong? Yes, I think I did something wrong. Yeah, I did something wrong. Yep. So here's the problem. Okay, so in here this interface should be 4.0.0.2, but in here I gave 5.0.0.1. Okay, so it's actually good, right? Now I can show you how to remove this, then reconfigure it. I think that's better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is here I'm going to select enter, then I'm going to, so I'm still inside this interface, right? I'm still inside this interface, so I'm going to type the same command, no IP editor, but I'm in here, I'm going to type no, that's all. Then I'm going to remove this part. I can remove this, that's all. That means I remove the IP address. No IP ADDR means I'm going to remove the IP address, then I'm going to initialize that IP again. So IP ADDR, the correct one is 4.0.0.2, then 255.0.0.0. Okay, then we have fast ethernet 0/1, so exit, then interface fast ethernet 0/1, the IP address, so IP ADDR 5.0.0.1 255.0.0.0. then I'm going to issue a no shut as well. Good. One more router to go in here. This time let's be a little bit careful, otherwise I have to remove those commands again. So conft IP interface FA0/1, and in here the IP ADDR is 5.0.0.2, so 5.0.0.2, and the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. okay, no shut as well. It is up. One more interface to go, and in here same scenario, interface. So I'm going to exit from this one, exit interface, then fast ethernet 0/1. I think it is 0/0, right? 0/0, and the IP address is IP ADDR 192.168.1.2, then 255.0.0, then issuing no shut. Okay, also I have to assign a IP address for this computer as well. So in this case 192, okay, and the sub IP is actually it is 255.255.0.0. okay, 192.168.1.2. okay, it's all good. I'm going to close this. I mean, shall we try to ping, right? Shall we try to ping? I'm pretty sure it's not going to work, but it's not going to hurt, right? We can try. So ping 192.168.1.1. all right, I'm getting a reply, right? I'm getting a reply, but the reply said destination host unreachable. That means it is somewhat working, but it doesn't know how to figure out the exact way to go to that IP. No worries, let's do some static routing. Okay, now when we are doing routing, we have to consider two types of network. First one is the directly connected networks, and the second one is the remotely connected networks. So in this case, for this router, this whole network is a directly connected network, because you can see it is actually connected to this interface, and this whole network is a directly connected network. So all these two red circles are directly connected network. So maybe you guys are wondering, is this a network? Yes, it is a network, right? We call these networks point-to-point network, right? It doesn't matter whether we have two devices or more. What is a network? Two or more devices connected together, right? So this is two devices. That means this is a network. Okay, so this is specifically a point-to-point network. So we consider this as a network. So in this case we have these red color ones are the directly connected ones, and these let's use a different color, blue. These blue color ones are the remotely connected ones. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 remotely connected networks to this first router. Okay, so now we have to mention this 1, 2, 3, 4 remotely connected networks to this R1 router. So that's the part that takes lot of time.